This morning our subject is Brahmananda's life and message. Today we are observing his birthday. Swami Brahmananda was the spiritual son of Sri Ramakrishna. He was born in 1861 and passed away in 1922. He was born 30 miles northeast from Calcutta. His father was a very rich landlord, but his mother died when he was 5 years old. So his father married again. He was raised by his stepmother. Then at the age of 12, he moved to Calcutta because that remote village did not have any good school. He came to Calcutta, was going to school, but he had no desire to get education. He was practicing meditation from that age and joined a gym. And there he met Swami Vivekananda. Both are together. Then he joined Brahmo movement, where Keshav Sen was the leader. Seeing his indifference to study, his mother's father, with whom he was staying, reported to his father that your son does not care for education, does not want to go to school. What to do? As you know, generally the parents try to admonish their disobedient children. So he got a scolding, but he was not interested. Then they was thinking, at that time he was 17, they arranged his marriage with a girl who was 11 years old. And that girl was a sister of a devotee of Sri Ramakrishna, Manomohan Mitra. He got married. And his laws took him to Dakshineshwar. It was June 1881. He came and saw Sri Ramakrishna. What is your name? My name is Rakhal. Rakhal. Rakhal means cowherd boy. Ramakrishna had a vision before Brahmananda came. He saw a little boy was dancing, holding the hand of Krishna on a lotus. And that vision and this boy's coming coincided. So he was very happy. And Sri Ramakrishna had the power to recognize people in no time. So he began to visit Sri Ramakrishna quite often, sometimes stayed in Dakshineshwar. His father tried to lock him at a room, but could not succeed. Then Sri Ramakrishna trained him how to practice meditation, how to recognize people, how to be disciplined. He was an Ishwar Koti, a great illumined soul, Nitya Siddha, ever perfect soul. These people are not ordinary people. They come with avatar, the incarnation of God to fulfill His mission. He served his Guru Ramakrishna passed away in 1886. They formed a group and joined the monastery. They took sannyas in 1887. Swami Vivekananda was the leader. Then they traveled all over India, practicing austerities. Swami Vivekananda returned from America in 1897, and he met Swami Brahmananda, the president of the order, Ramakrishna Math and Mission. Before Ramakrishna's passing away, one day he remarked at Kashipur, Rakhale Rajbuddhi, Rajya chalate pare. Rakhal has an intelligence like a king. He can manage a whole kingdom. From then on, people called him Raja, king. As you understand, he did not have education. But he had tremendous personality and spiritual power. Strong common sense. And he could see people's inside. I am going to tell you how he managed the Ramakrishna order. Sometimes you will see organizations, how the organizers, the president of the company, how do they manage? Through politics, through ego. But the monastic order cannot be managed that way. Some people manage through spirituality, some people manage through morality and ethics, some people manage through politics. He managed through spirituality. How? You see, it is not easy to control the monastic order. Do you know why? The monks are very independent people. And they will check the leader, whether this person is a genuine monk or not. Free from lust and gold. Free from desire for name and fame. If they see these three signs, then they will bow down. They will respect. Otherwise, monks do not respect monks. You are no good. Still you have desire for the world. They will never respect a monk. It is really, if you do not have life, they will not respect you. You may be, through politics, you may be the leader, they will obey you, but they will not respect you. It is not easy to become a head of a monastic order. Swami Vivek Brahmananda was the head of the monastic order. How he ruled. I shall give you some examples. Swami Vivekananda wanted to frame some rules and regulations for the Ramakrishna order and gave a copy to Brahmananda. You check. Brahmananda read it and did not say anything. I want your opinion, Vivekananda demanded. Finally he opened his mouth and said, Brother, frankly, I do not care for too many rules. If you make the order everything rules, there is no scope for freedom and growth. You are right. Vivekananda tore all those papers and threw away. Of course, Swamiji framed some basic rules of the order because you have come to lead spiritual. He told the members, the monks, our goal is to become an outlaw, to go beyond the rules. But you boys are beginners, so you need some basic rules. morning and evening. You must meditate. You must study the scriptures. You must study and teach. That is the way your learning will be strong. And when there will be bell, you must work together, eat together, meditation together. At that time there should be a bell. I remember when Swami Birajanandaji was alone in Shamlatal, alone, he used to ring the bell before he would go for lunch or dinner. Somebody made a remark, Swami, why do you ring the bell? It is my Guru's order. Swamiji said, you must ring the bell before you go to bed, eat. How much love and respect they had for their Guru. Anyhow, once Swami Dhirananda asked Maharaj, Swami Brahmananda, Maharaj, make some rules for these monks. Maharaj said, instead of making rules, increase your love, brother. That we need. Love for one another. That will bring the solidarity, the basis of this order. Strong base of the order. How Vivekananda, Brahmananda ruled. Swami Premananda picked some pumpkin and gave to some devotees. Brahmananda did not like it. It is master's things. You are giving away. How shall you manage? Premananda has large heart. And he stopped talking to Premananda. Premananda understood that Maharaj did not like it. He came and bowed down. Maharaj, please forgive me. He just withdrew himself. That is the way. Sometimes he used to teach. Silence. No scolding. No punishment. Just he withdrew himself. That was enough.